Oh yeah, I've got a signal. Okay, looks good. All right, so we've gone live in Quirindi, and I'm just hoping that someone finds us here. But here we are watching the Sound and Light show. We are in the 5-minute countdown right now, so we'll just wait for this to go live. I need to find a really good spot. Hi Catherine, so good to see you. I haven't seen you in ages. So we are looking at, this is a painted silo, so as in it's a wheat silo, and there's the mural that you can see dimly because it's night time. But we're waiting for the Sound and Light show to begin, which is going to start in, there's the timer up there, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. There's the countdown to the Sound and Light show. So I'm going to find a spot. I mean, I could sit on one of these. Look, we've got lounge chairs over here. I can sit on one of those. What's the sound like? Hi Joanne, good to see you. Thanks for coming along. Hi Laurie, great. And Lauren, hi everyone. Oh, I'm so excited to have you all here. Look, we are here. We are watching this is the painted silos of Quirindi. I'm going to walk backwards. Hi Jay, good to see you. So we've got this beautiful painted silo. The artist is Peter Ryan Art in a town called Quirindi, which is about 4 hours northwest of Sydney. Here's the timer. There's the countdown. 4 minutes 30 seconds till the show begins. And we've got this fabulous mural here. Look at that with the blue kangaroos there. Yeah, so 4:25 a.m. just happened to wake up. Oh, Laurie, you're a champion over there in Chicago. I've never seen this show before. I don't know what to expect, but I know that it has won awards. So we're just going to hope that it does everything that's promised. So we've got something happening here. There's a galah, look, coming out. There's a galah coming out of the, like it's almost like a cuckoo clock there. And I had all these plans to tell you all about Quirindi, and we had so many dramas with the network provider that I'm with and trying to get online, and I'm actually using Richard's phone and hotspotting to his phone just so that I could go live tonight. So I've done no preparation whatsoever in order to tell you about the town that we're in. But what I can tell you is that it's obviously very Australiana themed. We've got the drover up there with his red cattle dog, and here are the sheep down here. Rich has gone to read a little bit of information. But before we begin, how about I welcome you to country? And I that's how bad I am. I didn't even find out which country I'm welcoming you to, or well, acknowledging. Welcome is the privilege of the traditional custodians of the land. That's not my place. I'm acknowledging my presence on their country here today. So here we are. We're just a few minutes away now, 2.5 minutes. Richard says, what we might do is go and have a look at that between the shows then. What do you think? So here we go. We're ready to see this Sound and Light show. I'm wondering if we're too close here. We seem to be really close. Yeah, I know, but we feel really close. Yeah, that's true. It says long, long ago. So, you know, this is in preparation. It's definitely gearing up for this amazing light show. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Laurie. All right, 1 minute 52 till it starts. So there's two shows. They last about, I think it was 28 minutes, I was told they last. I think it might be a repeat of the one show, and there's a 5-minute break in between. So we'll watch from here. I could sit over here on one of these comfortable reclining chairs. Why don't we do that? So I'll sit back here. Oh, if I can get down here, if I can get down this far. But it's perfectly placed so that we can sit and watch the light show. which is about to start in 1 minute and 6, 5, 4. Yep, not long to go until the light show starts. I'm really excited for this. We've been to Quirindi a couple of times in the past. We've seen the Painted Silence, but we've actually never seen the Sound and Light show. So look at those wonderful galahs coming out. Once it starts, guys, I'm not going to talk. We're just going to enjoy the show. There are other people here sitting alongside me that certainly don't want to hear me talking. Hi, Brad. Great to see you. Where are you guys? Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? So as I was saying, Quirindi is about 4 hours from Sydney, about 3 hours from Newcastle. We've come up to visit Richard's mother, which is, she's in an aged care facility just around the corner from here. Oh yeah, they're counting down in the background. Let's go. Welcome. Wonderful to see you, Brad. Thank you. I really hope you enjoyed the show. So it says here in Quirindi and the Liverpool Plains, it is the traditional home of the Gamilaroi people. There we go. Quirindi silo art, pay our respects. And that went a little bit quick for me. The stories are from the cultural lore of the Liverpool Plains Gamilaroi people. Mural artist Peter Ryan, yeah, I actually follow his Instagram channel, a local Gamilaroi. Yeah, that's going a bit quick. I can't read it that fast. These stories are important lore for the Gamilaroi people. Clues to the stories can be found in the mural. Okay, there's a kookaburra. And that's the Aboriginal, the local name for the kookaburra, and also the local name for the kangaroo. And that's the galah.
The dinner one and the roll. My story today is about the dinner one who thought that she was the best dancer and the fastest of all animals, and she would regularly challenge every other animal to a race or a dance off, and then she would race them and beat them in a race, and then she would dance and beat them in a dance competition. She would always go down to the waterhole and celebrate by drinking. Every time she strolled down to the waterhole, without doubt, in the middle of the waterhole, there was one animal that would never take notice of her and never listen. That was it. And that was really, really angry. She would screech out every time going down there, "Hey, Longless, race me, dance off against me." Then she'd walk off in a huff and puff and go and challenge someone else. One day, after beating another animal, she came down to the waterhole to celebrate, and she screeched out across to the Roger, "Come and race me, and dance off against me." And Roger this day had a big gulp of water, spat the water out, and said to the dinner woman, "Okay, Longless, like me, I'll race you to at first." Word soon got around to all other animals that the big race-off would be tomorrow. The one thing that the dinner woman, the emu, did not say once she left strutting the rules of the race. The Rover smiled and then thought to itself, "Okay." The next day the big race came up. Every vantage point was taken around the water. All the animals wanted to see what the
How's the sound, everyone? Can you hear it okay? I know it's a little bit light, especially when there's cars going by. So it says, welcome to the stories of the Liverpool Plains. Yellow windy blue bandar.
Story of the Liverpool Plains. There's a yellow bandar, the grey, and also the black kangaroo. The yellow bandar, blue kangaroo, was the fastest messenger, always called upon by the grey kangaroo. Here's another job. The grey kangaroo would always ask the yellow bandar to firstly go out, deliver a message of danger, anything that will hurt the other kangaroos. He would always make sure that it would go and deliver a message saying, go hide, there's hunters coming, or there's fire coming, any dangers that were going to be and make impact to the kangaroo first. Once it told its story and told the message and gave the message to the other kangaroos, it would then go and tell the message to all the other animals to make sure that they were all safe and tell them that there was danger coming, hide.
It's the perpetual story of fire and rain. Right up to the top it did. Drinks delivered. Thank you. I just had a drink delivered to me. How cool is that? Okay, so this says stories that were lost can be found, and as we continue to learn our journeys, we'll move forward. It's beautiful, isn't it, Laurie? Absolutely gorgeous. Then this says, oh, this is giving the tribute to the artists and the narrators. The Liverpool Plains. The Liverpool Plains is basically Australia's, or the East Coast, food bowl. And it's unique in that we actually get two harvests a year out of the Liverpool Plains. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We're starting to see some gorgeous photography here. Stunning. My gimbal was stuck, it wasn't moving. I have to tell you that we are right across the road from an RSL club and they're getting a bit rowdy over there. We're seeing some of the crops that come out of the Liverpool Plains area. Wheat, cotton, what have we got here? Corn maybe? Some of the natural landscape. Hi Natalie, great to see you. So Natalie, this is a wheat silo and the projection happens every evening. It lasts for about half an hour. We're going to see it twice. So if you miss the beginning, we're going to stick around and watch it for a second time. So the show began with some Aboriginal stories, and now it's moved into the agricultural stories of this area. We've been blessed the last year. We haven't suffered drought in the last 12 months. In fact, we've probably had more rain than is usual, and it has caused a lot of problems in some areas. But drought is obviously something that Australians are very familiar with. So now we're talking about the community organisations that are really important to this area. So obviously it's a bit of PR for the town, so we've incorporated the silo art with an opportunity to promote the town as well, and the local area of course. Werris Creek is a town not far from here. Quirindi is the town that we're currently in. I'm hoping to see some of this healthy, abundant wildlife. We did see some flying foxes today as we were driving up here in various locations. There's a goanna. And hopefully we'll see an echidna as well. It's been a long time since I've seen one. Those are some lovely crimson rosellas. We used to get those guys in our backyard when we lived in the Blue Mountains. I guess we're looking at produce now, maybe? I'm not even sure. We seem to be sort of flitting around from all different concepts. King parrot. It's definitely horse country up here. We saw some big, wealthy horse properties on our way up here today. And this, of course, we're back to the light and sound show. That's right where we are right now. So I'm guessing that this must be coming almost to the end of the first showing. Bob's Shed, I'm actually hoping to go there tomorrow morning. It's a bit of a car enthusiast's place. It's got full of car memorabilia. So I think we're going to go and have a look at that tomorrow morning. First and Second Fleet Gardens, I have no idea what that's about. So maybe that's something I need to have a look at. Black swans, love them. We have some of those guys not too far from us as well. Lots to see up here. I think we're going to have opportunities to come back and see more of the area and what it's about. As I said, we're 3 hours from where we live. Kamilaroi, a highway of people display. Willow Tree. Willow Tree's about 15 minutes from here. Little town we passed through on our way up here. And woolsheds are always amazing places to visit. Who'd have thought it'd look at? Another place we're planning on having a look at tomorrow morning on our way back home. Apparently 360-degree views from the top of the hill up there, so we'll check that out tomorrow. So really it's a bit of a tourist promo, isn't it, the whole presentation? But still a wonderful way to do it, really fascinating. I think that might be the end of the first show. So I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, and I'll show you where we are. And welcome everyone who joined. Thank you so much for coming along and sharing with me this amazing display. I'm going to stand back here where we can get a slightly further away view, and you can actually see the actual silo. So we've got wheat silos here. This is the main mural itself, the static image. There's 5 minutes now between the end of the first show and the beginning of the next show. So I've got an opportunity to have a look at some of the boards and give you some of the information. And then we'll come back and actually have a look at the second show. I'm leaving. Richard brought me a glass of wine, so it's sitting there next to where I was sitting. But I'm going to take a little wander up here and have a look at some of the information boards, so I can help familiarise you with some of the information about the area. So basically this just says thank you for helping keep our story alive, and it is really marvellous what they've actually done here. So if you're not aware, there is an actual art silo trail right through New South Wales, and I think down into Victoria as well. And you'll see these painted silos. You can actually do it, an extended tour, self-driven of course, through lots of little country towns, and see these amazing painted silos and water tanks as well. But this one actually tells you a little bit about the Quirindi Silo Art, Light and Sound Show. It shows you the screening times. This says 7 p.m. and then 8:30. I don't think I'm going to wait. Countdown clock starts 30 minutes before the show. I was told that it was 5 minutes between the two shows. So 7:30 was the first one, wait 5 minutes, and the second one started at 8 o'clock was what I was told, which is we've been going almost half an hour, so it's coming up to 8 o'clock right now. Now the story of Quirindi, translation from Kamilaroi, nest in the hills. So that's what the name Quirindi actually translates to. And it says here that the art on the silo tells the story of the past, present and future of the Liverpool Plains region. It was inspired by fascinating Aboriginal stories about how certain animals worked with the Indigenous community as helpers and protectors. The northern side of the silo features Urundali, the tree goanna. Now I think to see the tree goanna I'd have to walk all the way around that side of this silo, and it's probably in the dark, actually probably at the other end. I'm trying to figure out where I am in relation to things right now. The north side might be that end. We'll have a little wander around and see if we can see Urundali, the tree goanna, totem of the Liverpool Plains traditional lands, who is the protector of the lands. To the right, the grey bandar kangaroo stands tall, so that's the red kangaroo over there. And it continues, it is the knowledge holder and very wise. It would always be on the lookout and would sense any danger or troubles. It is red here to pay homage to Kumbo Ganara, also known as Red Chief, a well-known Kamilaroi leader in this region. If there was trouble, the grey bandar would tell Ulawidi, blue bandar, who is the fastest kangaroo and therefore the messenger. It would hop off at great speed to warn the other animals of the danger. And then we go on to the galah, which was the pink and grey cockatoo that we saw. So moray will go to any tree or bush to clear the dead parts, chewing, breaking branches and pruning them back to help the tree grow. So that's the galah. And there's some children's art being portrayed of here at the moment, and now it's moving to more the produce. What have we got here? Oh, the emu. We did see the emu having a race against the brolga. So that's Dinawan, the emu. Believes it is the fastest and best dancer of all the animals. After winning, it would go down to the best waterhole and drink and celebrate through dance. So there's some more interesting art being projected onto the silo at the moment. So let's have a look over here, and the next show is due to start in just a few minutes, I believe. So I might get myself into a slightly better position than last time. Felt like I was at a little bit of an angle. Some beautiful Australian wildflowers here. We've got bottle brushes and waratahs appearing at the moment. And now what are we looking at? It looks like probably produce again. Yeah, definitely produce here, pumpkins. With a little bit of country music playing in the background. Let me just grab, Richard went and got me a glass of wine. Brought it down to me, like, you know, is that even legal? Bringing it across from the club. So I'm going to sit over here, which I think is a little bit easier to see. It's a bit more central. And there we go. It's rodeo town here too. Yeah, we discovered that we've got rodeos happen in this part of the world. So here's some images from various rodeos around the area. And it's sunflower country. I definitely remember the sunflower connection. The last time we were up in the area, we saw lots of images of sunflowers all around the town. Video courtesy of Billy Joe Porter. I confess I don't know this performer. Very much country music country around here. I just want to sit down. We have the place all to ourselves right now. I can see the goanna. I just spotted him. Let's go and have a look. there's the goanna right at the very end there, next to the red kangaroo. Alrighty, we're ready for the second showing, guys. Bring it on. This feels real, doesn't it? Well, lots of thank yous, but they did tell me that it was going to run twice. So I'd be very disappointed if they let me down. Please run it again. You told me it was going to run a second time. Please. Illuminate. I used to know someone who worked for Illuminate. So, in fact, I worked for him in the Blue Mountains for a time. Okay, lots of credits. But come on, bring us the second showing, please. Club Quirindi, that's where we just had dinner. That's where my glass of wine came from, just across the road. I'm hearing some interesting bird noises, and I can't tell if they're real or if they're part of the recording. Seems a bit late for birds. Anyway, we're going to stay. We're going to stay till the end. When the lights go out, that's when we'll finish. So stick with me, guys, and we'll see if there's going to be a second showing, as I was promised. Oh, there we go. There's the timer. Okay, so, yep. 5 minutes till the second showing. And there's the sunflower again. So, it was a lot longer than 28 minutes though. That's all right. We don't have to stay for the credits for the second time. Okay, so who's still with me? Thank you again, everyone who's come along. Really grateful for you joining me here. Wonderful to see you, Natalie. Thank you. I think that's a real bird. It sounds like it's coming from this direction. Yeah, I don't know what bird it is, but it sounds like it's coming from that direction. Here we go. 4 minutes. There's the galah. Here we go. Natalie, this is the bit you missed right at the very beginning. Change hands. There's a bump and that's why. So this is the actual mural itself, Natalie. The blue kangaroo's here that I read out from the poster, the red kangaroo on the left, and then over on the right we have the drover over there with his sheep and his red cattle dog and the windmill. So that's typical country life. The artist's name is Peter Ryan Art. There we go, another galah comes out. This time 2 galahs. It says long, long ago. The countdown, 2.5 minutes. Here they come again, the galahs. To the final minute now. Four galahs emerge. The kangaroos have turned purple. Down to 10, 9, 8. Sunflowers, what this area is known for. Here in Quirindi and Liverpool Plains, it is the traditional home of the Gamilaroi people. The stories are from the cultural lore of the Liverpool Plains Gamilaroi people. Mural artist Peter Ryan, local Gamilaroi and Ngunnawal man Jason Allen worked together. These stories are important lore for the Gamilaroi people. Clues to the stories can be found in the mural. So these are the local names for these animals that are featured.
The dinner one and the Brolga. My story today is about the dinner one who thought that she was the best dancer and the fastest of all animals, and she would regularly challenge every other animal to a race or a dance-off, and then she would race them and beat them in the race, and then she would dance and beat them in a dance competition. She would always go down to the waterhole and celebrate by drinking the water. Every time she strolled down to the waterhole, without doubt, in the middle of the waterhole, there was one animal that would never take notice of her and never listen to her. That was the Brolga. And that would really, really make the dinner one, or the emu, angry. She would screech out every time going down there, "Hey longlegs, race me, dance off against me." Then she'd walk off in a huff and puff and go and challenge someone else. One day, after beating another animal, she came down to the waterhole to celebrate, and she screeched out across to the Brolga, "Come and race me, come and dance off against me." And the Brolga this day had enough. It took a big gulp of water, spat the water out, and said to the dinner one, "Okay, longlegs, spiky neck, I'll race you tomorrow at dusk." Word soon got around to all the other animals that the big race-off would be tomorrow. The one thing that the dinner one, or the emu, did not say once she left strutting the rules of the race. The Brolga smiled and then thought to itself, "Okay." The next day the big race came up. Every vantage point was taken around the waterhole. All the animals wanted to see the race-off. The dinner one being the dinner one, or the emu being the emu, walked up, and the best strut you'd ever seen. Straight to the starting line, squawking, telling everybody within earshot how good it was, and that it was going to beat the only animal that it hadn't beat before, which was the Brolga. The Brolga being the Brolga, stood in the middle of the waterhole and just made the dinner one wait, and then strolled across to the starting line. All the animals waited in anticipation. The starter got up, and the gun went. The emu being the emu took off like a bat out of hell. Didn't look back until he got halfway around the waterhole, realising that the Brolga hadn't taken off. And the dinner one went with a big wry smile and looked up and said, "I've got this race, it's mine." And the Brolga being the Brolga just looked around at everyone, smiled, pulled out its wings, and with three flaps of its wings flew over the emu's head, around, but it made sure it stopped just before the finishing line. And it strutted, the best strut you'd ever seen, across the finishing line, turned around to the dinner one who was just finishing and said, "Never count your eggs before they hatch. There's always someone better." First story of the solo art for Liverpool plates is a Yilawidi Bunda, the grey, and also the black kangaroo. The Yiliwiti Bundar blue kangaroo was the fastest messenger, always called upon by the grey kangaroo, who's the knowledge holder. The grey kangaroo would always ask the Yiliwiti Bundar to firstly go out and deliver a message of danger or anything that will hurt the other kangaroos. It would always make sure that it would go and deliver a message saying, go hide, there's hunters coming, or there's fire coming, any dangers that were going to be and make impact to the kangaroo first. Once it told its story and told the message and gave the message to the other kangaroos, it would then go and tell the message to all the other animals to make sure that they were all safe and tell them that there was danger coming, hide. Sitting in the tree, and that kookaburra laugh for you, isn't telling you that there are fish in the water and it's safe to go fishing there. So they would always look for the kookaburra in a tree, and if he sung, they would tell him you're right to go fishing there, and they'd only catch enough fish for their clan or family group. Never take away from anything that you don't need. And when they finished getting what they needed, they would always make sure to give the kookaburra a fish and pay homage to him for the help that he continually gives them. Because if you don't pay the person or the animal for help, they won't be there next time when you come back.
It says stories that were lost can be found, and as we continue to learn, our journeys will move forward. And the beautiful sound of the magpie. So now we're into the basically the tourist info or promotion side of the projection, which I think is about the point where everybody came in previously. So these are travel photos. We'll stay for a few minutes longer. We've basically seen the whole show now. There's some stunning photography coming up. Light shows in addition to the one you're watching now. So the lightning, always spectacular out over the interior of the country. It's canola flowers, the yellow flowers, and it's just coming into canola season now. We've been noticing lots of the yellow flowers as we've been driving up here between Singleton, Muswellbrook and this area that we're in now. I believe that's cotton. This is probably wheat. And the natural wonders, the waterfalls, the natural landscape. So, has everyone seen the whole show now? Or just give me a thumbs up, or if you want me to continue staying here and showing you a little bit longer. I think I've seen everybody here, and I think everyone's seen the full show now, in which case I would probably think about winding up. As we've already seen, this is sunflower country. You've seen it all now, haven't you, Natalie? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start slowly walking back towards the basically our accommodation. So I can show you a little way along the main street. There's not much to it. This is Quirindi at night, and we're looking at a country town basically. So this is the main street, and this is where we are. There's not much happening at 8:30 at night in the main street of Quirindi. We are standing here in the middle of the street. Oh, there's one car coming towards us, but that's it. That's the main street of Quirindi, and there's the silos there. Really beautiful. I'm glad I was able to bring it to you because it's something that I've been aware of for 2 or 3 years now, and I saw it during the day on our New South Wales road trip 2 years ago. I don't know what that bird is. There's the goanna again. So there's the red kangaroo, the grey kangaroos, which look blue to me, and the goanna. And there's this bird in this tree that I have no idea what it is, but it's very loud. I wish I could identify it. All right, I'd like to find a light spot where I can turn the camera around and say goodbye. So let me just move over here and I'll sign off if I can find a spot to put my glass down and a bit of light to be visible under. Rich is watching what is it, a semi-final? It's part of the final seasons for football right now, so he's either in our room or in the club there. Haywood, hi, did you manage to see the show? I hope you did. If you didn't, please go rewind because it's really good. Yeah, let's turn the camera around and I'll finish up. Oh, come on, do this. So here I am. Oh, my hair's a mess. I look like I'm ready for bed. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Catherine, and I'm glad you saw it too, Haywood. So yeah, we're late at night. Late for us oldies. It's 8:30 at night here in Quirindi, we came up to visit Richard's mum, who's getting on in years and starting to look a little bit frail in her old age, but we were able to come up and say hi and see her, pay her a visit at least, which was really nice. So that's why we're up here. Hi Lauren. Oh, thanks for all the feedback, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was such a good show. I know it's the first time I've seen it. I was glad I was able to bring it to you. It was a bit of a drama. I do not get a phone signal up here. I'm with one provider. Lauren, you know Optus. I'm with Optus. And there's no signal at all up here. So I'm hotspotting to Richard's phone because he's on Telstra. And that's the only way that I could actually go live. So thank you for making the effort, Haywood. I know it's a terrible time in the US. So yeah, I really appreciate you making the effort and coming. All right. So that's it for me for now. I don't have anything else planned at the moment, but I will try and bring something to you again very soon. Keep your eye on the calendar, and thanks once again. And there we go. That's the Quirindi RSL. Over there, Quirindi Club, and we're staying in the motel just around the corner. So, good night, everybody. Lovely to see you. Thanks for now. Bye.